Hi, everybody, and welcome to How to Write a TV Pilot and Get a Pilot Order in 60 Days or Have Your Faces Tattooed. I'm John Lehr, your host. Nancy behind the camera.
We want people to start submitting pictures, right?
Yes. As the possible date looms where we will have to get something tattooed on our faces, we've had some suggestions, but we'd love for people to send in, drawings or maybe other tattoos they've seen or text that they'd like to see tattooed so that we can, our plan is to go, get an estimate from a local tattoo artist just to kind of, get that going.
Yeah. Do you think that we're closer to tattoos after our note session or farther from tattoos?
I think we're closer to tattoos, Nancy, because we had a note session yesterday, everybody, from the network, and they threw out they pretty much threw out our outline again. That's
Not really.
time.
John and I have this is an interesting thing to discuss because we have very different opinions about what went down.
Yes, and somewhere in the middle, we're right.
Yeah, John thinks it was thrown out. I think they went back to something that we gave them in the beginning, and we can just freaking go to Word and pop it up and cut and paste.
Well, Nancy and I have had to divide and conquer right now. Nancy is focused on, we have a huge pitch meeting at a large basic cable network, one of the top 5.
Is it even called basic cable anymore?
I don't think they like to call it that.
I don't think anybody would call it that.
I would.
Why?
Well, it's not premium cable. Premium cable, I think, in my view,
is HBO and
HBO
Showtime?
Showtime. Basic cable means that basic cable.
It comes
package.
with the cable.
The
cable.
cable. Anyway, we have this huge meeting, and it's a different kind of pitch meeting for us because they want to hear a few ideas. Now
we know them.
We know them.
We're friends.
Yes.
So
and so that's good and bad, because when you give them 3 ideas, you can give them a few ideas, and maybe you have a larger chance of them picking one.
Right.
3 times as much chance. But it doesn't usually work out that way because you can't develop the idea, you can't pitch out the ideas as much, and so they can kind of.
Is your you're just putting this spin on either way.
Either way, it could go either way.
It could be better for us. It could be worse for us.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's good and bad, but it's odd because you have to kind of prepare 3 pitches. You can't do the full pitches, but at the same time you have to be fully prepared on all 3. So it's a lot more work, and then you have to be able to pitch them out quickly because you only get an hour of their time or so. Anywho, Nancy is focusing on that today.
No,
or you were this morning.
I'm done. Yeah.
You're done.
Oh yeah, that brings up a big question. Eric Gilliland wants to know, how the hell do you guys split up your days?
Okay. Well, this is an example.
This is it.
So Nancy was working on that because there's a video component to one of the pitches.
I cut that together this morning.
Nancy's an excellent editor and has been cutting that together. And while she's doing that, I'm working on the rewrite of the outline, which Nancy will join in later.
Right.
And the rewrite of the outline isn't as much a cut and paste operation as we had hoped.
Well, I'm not doing it, so.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to see. I mean, I'm not having that experience.
I'm working on You're working on Act 1.
1 and 3.
And 1 and 3, and I'm doing 2 and 4 right now. And then generally we'll swap them, make notes, and then I'll take a pass at 1 and 3, and you take a pass at 2 and 4.
Yeah. Then we glue it all together. We read through it all as one piece and make final touches usually, and then send that sucker out.
Yeah. But generally in the mornings, we have coffee. We figure out all the stuff that needs to be done by the end of the day.
We go through our email, because there's usually business stuff that we have to take care of. We shoot our vlog.
Yeah.
And now we're getting ready to work out.
Yep.
Then we're going to have lunch. We usually work through lunch pretty much.
Yes, yeah.
And then it'll be writing all afternoon.
Yeah.
And then we'll go home.
Fantastic.
Easy day. Better than working a real job. That's for darn sure.
Absolutely.
One minor note that a few of you have been following the fly situation at the office, and it has increased.
It's gotten bad.
It's a There are flies everywhere, and they're attracted to the heat of the computer. So whenever I look over at Nancy, there's usually like 2 or 3
Don't
flies
tell me that.
on the back of her computer. It's
just knowing
disgusting.
that I can't work
It's
today.
the Amityville horror over here, and we're just not sure what to do. If anybody has any thoughts,
please send them to us, because this thing is...
It's disgusting.
I bought one of those things where you fill it up and you put it outside, and there's not one fly. Maybe we should put that inside, because it's not attracted to it at all.
Nothing. So that's our report for today. We'll see you tomorrow.